Morning YouTube. It's Sunday and it's the first day off from work that I've had in a while. I've been at work at 8 o'clock every morning this week, and I haven't been back since till after 10 most days. It's been a really good week. The students were making their final performances, so that was all nice, but it's really tiring. But I'm enjoying my day off. It's quite early in the morning yet, it's only about 7 o'clock. I'm out for a walk and I'm having what I'm calling a slow day. I have these occasionally, and I mean that completely literally. I don't just mean that I spend time loafing around. I meant I spend the time moving really slowly. Not so much when I'm outside, because people look at you funny when you move slowly outside. But when I'm in the house particularly, I go into slow motion and just do everything really slowly. I'm just trying to think of a way I can demonstrate. I'm going to just put this camera on this wall over here and I'll show you what I mean. You'll probably think it's stupid, but it doesn't matter, does it? I'll never meet you. You don't care about me. Why should I care what you think? Anyway, can you see me there? Anyways, this is how I spend my day on a slow day. I walk around like this. Very slowly. Because when you move slowly, everything's different in your body, you know what I mean? You can't rely on momentum or any of the usual physical things to move your body around. You have to just operate differently, really. And I try and do it as much as my body as I've got control over. So I try to move all the muscles of my hand slowly as well. Not so much in slow motion, it does go like that. But I try to think about the most optimal journey that my hand would need to take in order to be able to get something. Because normally you don't have the luxury of that kind of thought, do you? You just do it automatically. But when you're having a slow day, you can think, if I need to pick that thing up, this is the most optimal way of doing it. I can put my foot there, shift the weight to the middle, bend my knees slightly and push that forward, and then I've got the object in my hand, you know what I mean? And I try and bring that resolution right down to things like my eye gaze direction. So if I hear a sound like that crow, I've got plenty of time to think about how I can look at that in that direction. The only slight drawback being, by the time I get my face pointing the right way, the crow has flown off. So now I'm listening to the sound. No, I'm not listening, it just feels like listening. I'm detecting the movement that my face is making as it breaks into a small wry grin at what I've just said. Anyhow, I'm just thinking about reaching forward and grabbing the camera, shifting my weight to my left foot, fully aware of what I'm doing now. Now my weight swinging round to the right, very aware of what my fingers are doing, movement of my head. I love slow days like this. And this is fast by comparison to how I move when I'm in the house. Sometimes it takes me about 15 minutes to get from sitting on the couch into the kitchen. And I have to plan going to the bathroom quite a long time in advance. It's probably a good rehearsal for when I'm old. It's a completely different way of being. You know, the pace of your thinking and the pace of your moving are usually so in lockstep. And they're so influenced by one another. To change the relationship, you know, put a different gear in the gear train. Just does something different. I'm just going to point the camera at a piece of architecture behind me. This architecture looks medieval. It's about 150 years old. Still quite old, I guess, by some standards. Feeling the weight of the camera as it comes past my face, swinging it around. I can feel a different temperature of the sunlight striking part of my body and not striking other parts. Slow day.